How I feel? Left. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rock her hips. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she pop her hips, the shawty is a winner. You can tell that shawty's over getting out. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
Yeah, we 4-7, but guess what though? We still won Dallas, ain't nothing changed. We still won Dallas, ain't nothing changed. We 4-7, they 7-3, here we go again. A Thanksgiving class. The last time we played on Thanksgiving, do y'all remember what happened? 41-16, let me remind y'all. We got some Howell, now it's time to come and kill y'all. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, we're going to be reacting to quarterback Sam Howell's press conference as we are leading up to face our division rival, the Dallas Cowboys, on Thanksgiving. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please help me get there as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. Now, I know a lot of you guys might have checked out for the season, which is totally fine. But the only person that I'm here for, just like a lot of you all now, is for Sam Howell. Quarterback Sam Howell spoke today, and honestly, he's the only person that I would want to hear from. I don't want to hear from Eric Bieniemy. I don't want to hear from Jack Del Rio. I don't want to hear from Ron Rivera anymore. Sam Howell is the only person that I want to hear for. So I just want to see where his mental is, how he's feeling after the loss to the Giants, and what is his state of mind currently right now, because he's what's most important. So let's get to it. As you guys just saw in the intro, I am dropping a song for the Dallas Cowboys and Washington Commanders Thanksgiving game. I know obviously it don't mean much because we're probably gonna get blown out, but you guys know I love dropping songs about this team and stuff. So check out that. I'm gonna post it like 4 p.m. 5 p.m. today. So with that out the way, let's go ahead and now listen to QB1. Let's go, Sam.
Sunday's game that, you know, every game is just a growth thing for you. What did you take from Sunday's game?
Yeah, I mean, we just didn't do the things that we needed to win the game. And I think obviously, you know, I thought we were the better football team, but we didn't play that way on Sunday. And when you turn the ball over like that, you're not going to win football games. But you know, it's a short week. We're not really worried about the previous game. We're focused on this one. We got a good opponent this week, so we're excited about the matchup.
Is it?
Oh yeah, and let me say this right quick. If you guys are wondering why Sam Howell currently has on a Clemson Tigers shirt or a hoodie, it's because they lost UNC to Clemson, so obviously he had to wear the jacket or hoodie. So shout out to Sam Howell for being a man of his word. And I'm pretty sure that bet was with KJ Henry because he's one of the only Clemson members on our team, I believe. So shout out to Sam for being a man of his word.
Hard for you guys with, you know, you're 4-7 now. There were expectations. Now there's all the talk about with your head coach and what's going to happen, when it may happen, et cetera. Is that a hard thing to put aside?
I don't think it's hard. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, everyone knows the business we're in, and you know, at the end of the day, if you're not doing your job, you know, there's you know, things will happen. But you know, us players, you know, coaches, I don't think anyone's really worried about it. You know, we're just trying to do everything we can on a daily basis, and you know, the results are the results. You know, we try to do everything we can in our power to control what we can control, and making sure we come in here each and every day and putting our all into this. And I think everyone has throughout the year, and obviously we've had some disappointing games, but nothing changes. We're going to come in here and give it our all every single day, and you know, the results are what they are.
Obviously, every game is important, but the national TV games, the Thanksgiving games, obviously everybody's watching. You grew up watching them, I'm sure. Is that any extra excitement to be able to play on this day?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity for us, and obviously I think not only me, but everybody grew up watching Thanksgiving games, and it'll just be a fun opportunity for our team to go play against a really good Cowboys team, and you know, on national TV on Thanksgiving Day. It's just a blessing just to be, you know, not only in this league, but getting the opportunity to play in games like that is a big blessing, and we're excited for it. We're going to try to do everything we can to prepare ourselves to go down there and win the game.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's probably because we over the years have not been on the Cowboys level as far as regular season go.
But these games do not hit the same how they did back in the day, bro. And I know I'm talking back in the day like I'm old, but like 2012, like them years, 13, 14, like every year back then when I was super young, bro, that's when it hit. And obviously, does the name change have a little bit, of that reasoning? Yeah, but more so the reason why I feel like these games don't hit anymore is because both teams aren't really good at the same time. Dallas is always pretty much good in the regular season, and we're never on their level. So it never has that competitive edge anymore. And similar to how it felt in the past, that's how this Thursday's game is going to feel, because the Cowboys are clearly, the favorite, and they're the better team, and they're fighting for playoff chances, Super Bowl runs, and we're just sitting here 4-7, and season's pretty much done, and we gonna try to beat Dallas, and although our season's over, yay, we beat Dallas, and that's all that matters. I'm so past that, man. I want to be where Dallas is at 7-3, fighting for a potential, Super Bowl and division. Like, I want to be a part of that, man. I'm tired of clinging on to, hey, yeah, at least we beat the Cowboys, or at least we're going to have a top 5 pick. Like, I'm tired of that, man. You feel me?
And with regards to passing, you are throwing the ball a lot, as we know. The receivers, their stats, Terry and Jahan in particular, are lower than they were a year ago, which isn't to say that it's on anybody. It's just to say that it's an odd circumstance that the team is throwing as much as they are, and their numbers don't seem to reflect that. Is it just a matter of, hey, this offense, we are just going to spread the ball out, and wherever the ball needs to go, it needs to go? Or how do you kind of explain those two things that don't seem to kind of mesh together?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the, big things about this offense is, we spread the ball around. And obviously, we'd like some of those numbers to be higher. And we'd like to get guys more involved in games, but it's just kind of one of those things where it's just going into a game, you like to get certain people the ball, but, at the end of the day, the defense dictates where the ball goes. And so, it's just something we got to try to continue to do, try to continue to get those guys more and more involved. But, they've been really good when we've gotten the ball to them. So, it's my job and, EB's job, for us to work together and just try to get everybody, more involved.
Now, I'll say this. The defensive job is, you can say, is to dictate where the ball goes, but that's where the creative or lack thereof from your offensive coordinator to find ways to get the ball in your hands of your playmakers. You don't ever have these issues with Nick Sirianni, and Brian Johnson times. I know a lot of Eagles fans don't like Brian Johnson, but at least he gets the ball in the hands of your playmakers more than how we do over here. You never see Amon-Ra St. Brown not getting the ball in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And where other players thrive in other systems. It's to me, it's the offensive coordinator. It starts with him. And again, Scott Turner, it seemed like he's still in the building, but at the same time, I didn't have this issue with Scott Turner. At least Scott Turner force-fed Terry at times. You feel me? So like, it definitely sucks. And I get what he's trying to say. Yeah, the defense determines where the ball goes, but at the same time, your offensive coordinator can draw up ways to get the ball in your hands of your playmakers, and he just doesn't do that. It's all about scheme for him. He doesn't care if Byron Pringle's leading the league and I'm leading the team in targets. As long as we're winning, or as long as his scheme is working, he doesn't care to see that. But clearly, these players are better than a scheme. Okay, when a winning football happens when you prioritize the player's ability to perform over your scheme, and EB doesn't do that. He's scheme over everything, which is not successful in this league.
Sam, in a short week, what is like the easiest thing that you guys can course correct from Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the turnovers, just the mindset, I just think we got to be more focused. And it's, obviously, you never go into the game planning on turning the ball over that many times, but, it's just, it's a focus thing, and it's it's just something you got to think about. And we know if we play against the opponent and not play against ourselves, we have a chance to win every single game. And so that's our thought process going into this week, is trying to, just focus on Dallas and focus on the things that we can do to try to attack them, and and obviously just take care of the football, play smart, complementary football, and give ourselves a chance.
What is the thing or the several things that jump out to you on film when you watch Dallas's defense?
Yeah, I mean, there's they have so many good players on that defense. Obviously Micah Parsons, and they do a really good job getting after the quarterback. So you definitely got to have a really good protection plan against them, and they make it tough. DC does a good job, mixing up looks, getting in different coverages. But they have really good players, all across the board.
Sam, when you go back and watch the Giants tape, you're complimented a lot for auto-correcting. What did you see from yourself that you want to fix?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game. I had some unfortunate plays that didn't go my way, but I think there was some decisions I'd like to have back. But I thought we moved the ball well for most of the game, but I just didn't make enough plays for us to win, and I had the costly turnovers that cost us the game.
And did you feel at any moment, like during the game, that you started pressing? I mean, obviously that last drive, the clock's obviously working against you, but before that, did you feel at any moment that you were kind of pressing yourself?
I don't think so. I was trying to just play the game how I know how to play, and obviously I think when you're down in the fourth quarter, you tend to be a little bit more aggressive, and that's how people coach. You coach to be a little bit more aggressive there when you're down in the fourth quarter, but still there's no excuse to turn the ball over.
How different is preparing? I know that obviously the team's changed, the offense has changed, but how different is preparing for Dallas now than it was for the last game last year when you started?
Well, it's different because it's not near as much time, shorter week, but obviously same defense, a lot of the same players, and we're in a new offense. Just the way we attack defenses is different. So from a preparation standpoint, you have to change some things up as far as different things you look at, and we'll go into the game with kind of a different plan than what we had last year, just because it's a different offense. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's many differences as far as what they're doing on defense. It's a lot of the same guys, same DC, but the main difference for me is just the stuff that we're doing on offense.
Has there been any point where you've kind of stepped back and been like, how far you've come since the last time you were preparing for these guys, or a short week, not enough time? Yeah,
honestly, not really. I haven't really thought much about that, and I just try to do everything I can to take it one day at a time, 1 week at a time, and just try to get better each and every day, each and every week. But I haven't really reflected much on my growth. But it's just one of those things where I'm in the moment now. We're in the season, so I'm just going to try to keep, putting one foot in front of the other and keep trying to get better.
After a game like that doesn't go the way you want, what is kind of your process for kind of examining it to find out what went wrong and then moving on?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'll watch the game afterwards on Sunday, but it's one of those frustrating things to where, it's not like, we got outplayed. We just didn't take care of the football. We were moving the ball up and down the field, but, I had the 3 interceptions. We had, I think, 3 fumbles, and it was just, we literally beat ourselves. And so you can be at peace knowing that that's the reason you lost the game. They didn't come in here and beat us. We beat ourselves. But at the same time, you got to try to fix those issues and make sure you're taking care of the football. But, it's not like we had to turn the ball over 6 times to learn that you can't turn the ball over. We never plan on going into a game and losing the ball 6 times. It was just one of those things where it happened, and we just got to be better because of it.
And you mentioned the focus not quite being there with the turnovers. Why do you think that was missing, and how do you as a team kind of go about correcting that?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Obviously, like I said, you never go into the game thinking you're going to fumble or thinking you're going to throw an interception. But we just got to value the football more. I think some of those fumbles were on kind of second effort plays, and, you just got to do a good job keeping 2 hands on it. And for me, I got to do a better job as far as making better decisions with the football. I thought for the most part I made the first interception. I didn't think it was a bad decision. I just think it could have been a little better throw. I could have given Diami a better chance. And then the second pick, I think if I didn't get hit, it would have been a completion. But at the same time, I have to know I'm about to get hit and make a smarter decision. And the last one, I just got to get the ball out of bounds. So it's just, there's all stuff you can learn from, but we'll be better because of it.
Take 2 more.
You were really upset after the Pats game with the pick in the end zone. Did it feel different this game because it maybe wasn't as important of a situation, or did you still reach out to your pop to talk through it? How did that go? Yeah, I mean, obviously all turnovers I'm disappointed about, all interceptions. I just think the Pats one was really bad. Obviously all interceptions are bad, but yeah, I mean, I was obviously still very disappointed, especially we lost the game, and against an opponent where we felt like we should have been able to win the football game. So it was definitely disappointing for sure. And you said that you're kind of in the moment, that you don't have time to reflect on the growth. Ron talks about the growth and development of the team a lot. I'm curious, does he speak with you about that and how you feel like it's going?
Yeah, I mean, I think not only Ron, but, all my coaches, they pull me aside every now and then and tell me they think I'm doing some good things and tell me things that they think I've improved upon. But for me, I just try to take it 1 week at a time and just keep trying to find ways to get better. I think when you spend too much time looking at how I've gotten better, it takes time away from how you could be getting even more better, you know? So I kind of spend my time and attention towards more ways to, you know, finding more ways to get better and finding more ways to help this football team.
And just in the locker room after the game on Sunday, Ron stopped at your locker and talked to you for a second. What was that conversation like?
Yeah, I mean, he just, you know, told me, you know, just keep my head up. We got a lot of football left. But, you know, he's always had my back, always supported me. So it's fun to play with a coach who's always had my back and always knows how to pick me up and get me back going. Appreciate it, guys.
As always, it's always great to hear from QB1. I know, again, a lot of you guys checked out on the season, so you may not tune in for the game on Thursday, but you know your boy Juan Gotti's going to be here covering everything for you. I love what I heard from Sam, per usual. Calm, cool, collected, real, and very self-aware that he has a lot to get better at. Wouldn't surprise me if we came out here and gave Dallas a good fight. But on the other hand, it wouldn't surprise me if we came out here and got mauled, which I'm fully expecting. So if you guys still want to watch me stream the game on Thursday, let me know down below in the comment section. Other than that, y'all have a blessed one. And hopefully y'all check out the song that I'm dropping at 4 p.m. And and again, I know it may fall on deaf ears because we suck, but it is what it is, man. Y'all have a blessed one. Enjoy Turkey Day, and hopefully this Washington Commanders can get a victory. So y'all have a blessed one. See y'all later. Peace. I'm out.
Yeah, we 4-7, but guess what, though? We still won Dallas. Ain't nothing changed. We still won Dallas. Ain't nothing changed. We 4-7, they 7-3. Here we go again. A Thanksgiving class. The last time we played on Thanksgiving, do y'all remember what happened? 41-16. Let me remind y'all. We got some how. Now it's time to come and kill y'all.